And we're back at Super Bowl 44, where we're going into the first overtime ever in Super Bowl history. The Denver Broncos and Minnesota Vikings have come to the center. They have shaken hands, and the coin toss is thrown. And it looks like the Vikings have won the toss and have elected to receive. But that's okay, Broncos fans, because we got here with our defense, and our defense is going to be able to stop this prolific offense just like they have all game, holding them to only 13 points, only allowing 3 points in the second half of the game, and that was halfway through the third quarter. So here we go. The two teams are getting set to kick off, and the kick is on its way. And Percy Harvin of the Minnesota Vikings picks it up 3 yards deep in the end zone, and he's running out to the 10. He's across the 15 to the 20. He breaks the tackle to the 30, to the 40. Oh no, he's through the 50, to the 40, to the 30. He's all alone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Vikings! But no one's moving. The Vikings sideline, Coach Brad Childress is holding him back. We're looking on the field. There doesn't appear to be any flags, but the referees are standing in the middle of the field. Let's hear what they have to say.
There is no foul on the play. The player made it into the end zone without incident. The result of the play is a touchdown. By rule, in sudden death overtime, the first team to score wins. The game is over. Minnesota is the winner.
Oh no! It's over! The Vikings have won the Super Bowl after just the kickoff in overtime. The Broncos never got to touch the ball, and the Vikings have won Super Bowl 44. Oh my!
If a Super Bowl champion can be decided by a coin toss, why play the game?
1, 2, 3, 4, 2.
Kick it.
My favorite ESPN radio talk show host always says, wherever you may be, thanks for making us part of your day. As you can tell, I am sick to my stomach over the NFL overtime rules, and we'll get to my extremely simple solution, but that won't be the only thing we talk about today. We'll run down my picks from Week 5 that were, well, not as good as I'd hoped. We'll also hear our weekly rant from Broncos Sage, talk about, maybe one of Belichick's proteges finally got it right. And we'll finish with my 2-minute offense where I go on the offense and I don't care who I offend. But first off, we're going to talk about overtime. Overtime in the National Football League, where we allow a coin toss to determine who gets the ball first, and then we play sudden death until someone scores. Doesn't matter what they score. They can score a field goal. They can score a touchdown. Doesn't matter if the other team gets the ball or not. That's the way it is. Message to the NFL, this is 2009. 2009. We do not need to be playing with archaic rules in the National Football League. No game in overtime should be decided without both teams getting at least an opportunity to have a possession where they can score. An example of that would be an interception. Kicking off and then they muff the kick. You know what? They had the opportunity to score. They didn't get a chance to score. It shouldn't be that hard for you people in the NFL's front office to be able to figure out that it's better for the entire sport if you make it fair enough so that each team at least gets a chance to score. You can say, well, it's up to the defense to stop them. Okay, the scenario that we brought to you at the beginning of the show. Are you really going to let a Super Bowl end off of a kickoff return for a touchdown in overtime? And the other team doesn't even have a chance to defend? They don't have a chance to put their offense on the field? They don't have a chance to even put their own special teams kick unit on the field. You are allowing it to happen that way. And the solution is so simple. I understand you have this thing. You want to maintain the integrity of the game. Never mind the fact that the overtime rule didn't come across until 1974. Let's not forget about that. But you want to maintain some integrity. You don't want to keep changing the rules. So let me make a suggestion to you. During the playoffs, just the playoffs, where you have that extra rule where there can't be a tie and you allow it to go into a second overtime, let's do one more thing. Let's make it so that the other team has the opportunity to have a possession. If one team gets the ball, they win the coin toss, they get the ball, and they drive down to get any type of score, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown, they have to kick off to the other team, and the other team has to be allowed to at least run the ball back off of a kickoff return. If they end up getting stopped, they continue to play until the defense stops them. If the defense stops them on 3 and out, congratulations, the team that stopped them wins the Super Bowl. You don't have to do it like college. I hear this all the time where everybody thinks that, oh, well, if we're going to do that, we may as well do it like college. Okay, college overtime needs to be overhauled as well. The college overtime is ridiculous. There's no scenario on planet Earth in football that you are going to be given the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10, and be able to go in and either score a field goal or score a touchdown, and you're just going to have that much space to be able to do it in. None. None. How many kickoff returns get returned to the opponent's 25? None. It doesn't happen. It's just as stupid in college football as it is in the National Football League, and we need to make a change. A change needs to happen because we're going to have an overtime game in the Super Bowl, and it's going to come down to the coin toss, and something stupid like that's going to happen where someone's going to run it back, or the other offense isn't going to be allowed on the field because the other team's going to go down and kick a field goal just like Denver did against the Patriots this weekend. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It has happened several times. It's going to continue to happen until it's fixed. It needs to get fixed, and it needs to get fixed now. Coming up on the program, we're going to be talking more about our picks for Week 5, how poorly I did. Yes, I didn't do as hot as I thought I wanted, hot as I thought I would. But we'll get to that, and that's coming up next on the Gridiron Guru.